When we hear the word village, we usually tend to assume backward areas and poor peoples. But this is not always true. There is, in fact, a small village in India that has not one or two, but over 60 millionaires. Before 1989, every bazaar situated in Ahmednagar was just like any other village in India. In 1972, it was even gripped with poverty and drought. But in 1990s, the fate of the village suddenly began to change and it transformed into a wealthy village, thanks to the village head named Popatrao Baguji Pawar. The village now has nearly 60 millionaires at present. And guess who they are? All farmers. Roughly populated by around 250 people, this Hivri Bazar village is indeed a prime example of how people can change their fate through hard work and determination. There are 235 families, and out of these, 60 are millionaires. A couple of years ago, Hivre Bazar was one of the most drought prone areas in Maharashtra. Because of the lack of the water, the fields went barren and people migrated. The families that stayed started to gamble, drink, and fight mainly out of desperation. The village was in tatters. In 1989, Popatrao Power was elected as head of the village, and since then, there's no looking back for this village and its success. Primarily, Pawar prioritized ending the smoking and inebriation by shutting down all the illicit liquor stores in the village. Then he followed this by ban on liquor and tobacco consumption. Since the village receives very scant amount of rainfall every year, it became necessary to sort its water requirements. Taking this in account, Pawar arranged for a loan and began rainwater harvesting, watershed conservation and management program in the village. With the help of villagers and state government fund, he established several water bodies including 52 earthen bunds, 32 stone bunds, check dams and percolation tanks to store rainwater. He ensured to plant thousands of trees as well. This technique of water system helped the villages for irrigation and harvesting different crops. From having 90 wells back in 1990s, this tiny village now has around 294 water wells. Within few years, farming was back in full swing and became primary source of income for the villagers. Moreover, the village also rejected the use of water intensive crops and alternatively focused more on pulses, vegetables, fruits and flowers that requires less water for growth. The villages are now heavily focused on cattle farming. The production of milk in 20th century to 21st century increased from 13 gallons of milk per day to 880 gallons of milk per day. In 1995, out of 182 families living in the village, 168 families were registered under below poverty line, whereas today the number is down to zero. Other accomplishments by the villages includes every home has toilets, each house has biogas, school and healthcare systems have been built, electricity, water runs all across the villages. And that's not all. Three women are reportedly on the 70-member panchayat. And every second daughter's marriage and education expenses are borne by the village itself. This village even boasts highest per capita income in the country. The villagers earn average income of rupees 30,000 per month. Even India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi honored outstanding work done by the village head and villagers. Mr. Popat Rao even received the prestigious Padma Shri Award in November 2021 for social work by President Kovind. Popat Rao Power has even been appointed as chairman of the Model Village Program of Maharashtra, whose motive is to create 100 similar villages. Surely, there seems to be brighter days ahead.